It's 1 minute till showtime.
Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to visit our refreshment center during the intermission or any time. You love the tasty array of snacks we have to offer. So will the youngsters. Everything is quality and so good. We hope you'll make this a weekly visit. Bring the family. Bring your friends. There are always wonderful new pictures to see, delightful snacks to nibble, a gay, pleasant evening for all. Oh, a word of caution. Don't drive over 10 miles an hour in the theater area for your safety's sake. And Mom or Pop, go with the kids when they leave the car. We hope you have a wonderful time. And now, on with the show.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. My name is Jim. This is the More Sunshine Please Tuesday evening live stream. How are you? I'm all right. Coming up on the show, we're going to play a game. I'm going to show you news, sports, weather. I'm going to have some coffee. I have a top 15 list. But before we do any of that, I like to celebrate the first 3 people that make their way into this chat here. So let's do that. I can't hear that. Could you hear that? I couldn't hear that. I could hear it here. I think I have to fix something. I did unplug that earlier. Oh, well, you saw it. Okay. Here we go. All right, comments. Scroll to the top. Today's gold medalist, it's Joey's World at 4:55 p.m. this afternoon, I think. Paul Eichenlaub with our silver. And Mar, our bronze medal winner at 6:32 p.m. Well, how about that? So that was today? I think that was today. I'm almost certain. Mar is in disbelief, too. Well, congratulations. That's awesome. Unbelievable. You never know. You never know. What's this? Hang on. Hey, I'm curious if this was a preset and Jim can't make because of no power. No. We barely lost power. I'll get into that in a moment, but we fared as well as we could have hoped to have fared with the storm. But more on that. Am I super humongous? Oh, no. Wow. Should wear makeup. Mark Langenkamp, welcome in. How are you? Thanks for being here. Let's see. Oh, there we go. We have power. I think the Tampa area does. But our barrier islands, Longboat Key, Bradenton Beach, Holmes Beach, Anna Maria Island, are still working on it. Bradenton Beach is 90% destroyed. I have seen videos. I've seen a video of Anna Maria Island. A gentleman was recording his drive up and down that main drag there until he couldn't drive anymore because it was flooded, and police, were there to not allow anybody through. Anyway, it's I'm going to get into this subject in a moment, but amazing stuff. Season's greetings, Donna Jaworski. How are you? I hope you're well. D&G Explorers. We gotta find the right. Had to find the right button. Yes, indeed. Okay, let's see. Yep, we never know. We never know about the chat. YouTube it's like roulette. You know, I mean, Movie Mania Nick, hello to you. I don't recognize this person. Rob Fuzz in the house. Welcome in, Rob. I hope you're good. Mary Ellen, hello. Happy Tuesday indeed. Rachel's here. Hi, Rachel. Thanks for hanging out with us. John is here as well. Birdwell. Mars saw my shirt. It's October. Had to wear it. Let's see who else is here. From North to Neverland, welcome in. Evan Hutton, hello to you. Here we go. Scrolling. I might be caught up. Thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. I do have a list of things to go. I'm still... Hello, Jeffrey. Welcome in. Let's see. There's Dean. Welcome in, Dean. Hope you're good. Okay. Back to that. Yes, since we've already started talking about it, I do want to get to my weather segment here. What? Did your audio cut off for that? If I play this again, what's going on? Hang on. All right. Hang on. Let's see something. Let me try that again. What's going on? Well, I'm going to need audio. What about... Does this work? No, I can't hear that either. Why is that? Let me get to my weather watch. All right. As I announced last week, a storm was heading our way. We now know it as Helene. At the time, it was Tropical Storm Helene. It became a hurricane, as you probably all know. I will show you Helene's path. There it is. Okay. So this was the path of the storm. You can see it was, I've marked around where I am in Florida, in the Tampa Bay area. That's Hillsborough County there on the map, that red pin. Helene, the center of the storm, stayed in the Gulf of Mexico until it hit the Big Bend region of Florida. Traveled north through Georgia. It got close to South Carolina and said, I don't want to go to South Carolina, do you? No. So it veered left a bit, as forecasters said it would. It clipped North Carolina, went into Tennessee, where, man, the footage, it just wreaked havoc in Tennessee, in North Carolina, parts of Georgia as well. The problem in North Carolina, the Asheville area, is that it was to the east of the storm, and the east is as they say, the dirty side of the storm. It's just the flooding, and they had rain there previously already. It was bad news. Here's what I did. As a teacher, they called off school for just about everywhere in Florida, and so they had called Wednesday and Thursday hurricane days. So no work for Jim Wednesday and Thursday. They ended up also calling it for Friday. So there were people in Hillsborough County They opened up shelters, and I had heard there were about 2,500 people in the shelters in Hillsborough County here. They open up some area schools as shelters. So, and some people in those shelters couldn't go back home. So, but they had the weekend. We ended up returning to school on Monday, and so did my son, who classes had been called off in Tallahassee, Florida State University, from Wednesday to Sunday, and they expected to be off for much longer. But as it turned out, Tallahassee spared a lot of damage because the storm veered east of their area, the not so dirty side of the storm, and they were able to also go back to class on Monday. I feel like I'm all over the place right now, but I want to touch on certain things. Anyway, so let me show you this next map here. Okay, so this is the storm due west of us at what time I don't remember. This was Thursday. During the day, which was unusual because it seems like the last half dozen hurricanes we've had threaten this area, they hit at night, or they approach close to us at night. So we're never able to see the trees in the backyard blowing in the wind and whatnot. Anyway, but so we didn't get the brunt of the storm. We got some outer bands here. I took video, but I'm a little bit sheepish showing you the video I took. And before I even show it to you, I'll just say that we barely got anything. We barely got a storm here. Wind whipped around. We got a little bit of rain. We've had worse around here. And then so I recorded that. I edited it together to show you what happened in my yard. And then I saw the footage of Tennessee and North Carolina and hearing about the loss of life. And I didn't know immediately how devastating this storm was. With that said, I'm going to show you the video I took of my backyard, and you can just see how mild in comparison the storm was for me, as opposed to even people on the coast near Tampa Bay. It was the storm surge that did all of the destruction up and down the coast there. The storm was out in the Gulf, but it produced that surge where it pushed all the water, onto land. So 8 feet storm surges in places, probably more in other. I don't even know. Anyway, all right, let me get to this. How do I get to this? Is it? Here we go. All right. So this is the first bit. This was the day before. This was Wednesday. Storm was projected to disturb us on Thursday. So this was just a little video showing you the calm day before Helene. Very still. You can see what used to be a raised bed garden. There's nothing in there. There's one small basil plant in there. Okay, so now here's the next day, Thursday, around 11 a.m., and you can see some very low clouds there moving very quickly, so something's approaching. Skies are still blue, though. And that was from my front yard, the driveway. Anyway, so here we are back in the backyard, Thursday, 4 p.m. They said we would start seeing things from the storm from 4 to 6, and it should last until about 9 o'clock, the worst of it for our area. And you could see there the trees whipping in the wind. I got to tell you, though, it didn't get much worse than that for us. and we don't live near the Gulf. So there's my weather station. We would just get gusts. There was no sustained strong wind for us. But you could see the clouds pretty low, moving quickly. This is around the same time. I am troubled I can't hear this. Can you guys hear this? Oh, thanks, man. Okay, so here's Thursday around 6 o'clock. And this is when it started raining. I couldn't believe it didn't rain before this. So this was probably the worst it got for us. So the gusts and the rain. But again, this was it. And I feel silly even showing you this because it was nothing. But you could see we did get enough rain to start flooding the yard just a little bit, and that was the worst it got. The strongest gust my weather station registered was 21 miles per hour. It seemed stronger than that to me, but maybe it's where I have the weather station. So that was the worst of the storm. This is the day after, around 11:42 a.m. Things are back. You can see there's no damage. There was one kind of large stick in our backyard, and that was it. We got very lucky, and I know so many people didn't. There are hundreds that are either dead or unaccounted for from this storm. And but I talked enough about the storm last week. I wanted to show you our experience with that. I haven't really talked to anybody in the Orlando area how if they experienced anything. I'm sure they got a little bit because, I mean, that was a huge storm, and you can see the outer bands are reaching. Well, heck, practically Jacksonville. That's where my son went, by the way. He traveled from Tallahassee in the Panhandle over to Jacksonville to get out of the way. Stayed with his roommate's family, and he reported to us that their weather was a lot like ours. Bit gusty, a little rainy. We were both very lucky. But I keep asking you if you could hear anything in the video, and then I don't look at the comments. Sorry. I'm going to go back in. Jonathan Chong, welcome in. Hello to you. You do hear wind. Good. All right. Now, I'm going to play a video, and I'm going to play... I'll play my Wordle intro. We're not playing Wordle, but I'm going to play it. Let me know if you can hear the music. That's back when I used to play Wordle. Could you hear music there? I cannot hear that at all. Back to the comments. Oh, you do hear the music, so it's just me. It's my speaker here. All right. Good. I'm glad, because that'll make my top 15 list much more entertaining. All right. Speaking of music, let's get to sports. Here we go. Not a great weekend for Florida State University football. It hasn't been a great season. They lost to Southern Methodist University 42-16. They have a lot of players that should be able to catch a football that just can't. I mean, a lot of people complain about the quarterback, but honestly, it's not just the quarterback. It's the whole their tight end, I can't even remember his name. I don't think I've seen him catch a pass this year. Their defense would make us stop and then commit a penalty and prolong the other team's drives. It ain't fun. They're 1-4 now on the season, and their next game, I don't even know anymore. I don't even know. I mean, I'll watch it, but I'm not looking forward to it. Okay. What's next? All right. This team did win a football game. University of Michigan played Minnesota, and they play this game every year for the Little Brown Jug. And the winner takes home the jug and until the next year where they play for it again. Anyway, Michigan won 27-24. Not looking like they did last year. Not that they were expected to, but they have quarterback issues. And I expect them to lose a few more games this year. Minnesota hung tough. So that was that. All right. And then last night. Oh, yes. The Detroit Lions played Monday Night Football. And they won. They beat the Seattle Seahawks 42-29, a very entertaining game. Their offense was clicking. Their defense kept getting penalized. They kept holding pass interference flags, maybe 3 per drive, it seemed like. They kept Seattle in the game. Stop holding the receivers from the other team, defense. Anyway, there was a really awesome play where Amon-Ra St. Brown took a pitch from Jared Goff, who then went around the defensive line, and Amon-Ra St. Brown passed him, the quarterback, Jared Goff, the ball for a touchdown. Jared Goff went 18 for 18. He set an NFL record for the most passes in a game without an incompletion. He went 18 for 18, nearly 300 yards passing. They had some great offensive plays. It still made me yell at the TV. Yeah, the defense did. But David Montgomery had an amazing run after a catch. Jamison Williams had a nice 70-yard touchdown. It was a fun game. And it's the first time in 7 games against the Seattle Seahawks that the Lions won. They are climbing. They are getting over the hump. They are getting monkeys off their back. They are improving. So, speaking of improving, it's time for the Tigers. Where is it? There it is. Did I mention last week that they made the playoffs? They were 5.5 games down not too long ago. They made the playoffs. And their first game was today at 2:32 p.m., where they played the Houston Astros. And here's an update for you. They won. I'm just going to listen to the song. So, it's a best of 3 first round in the MLB playoffs. Oh, more song. I could make this a slideshow if I had more pictures. So, all of the games in the first round will be in Houston. Detroit will not have a home game. That's just the way it is in the wild card round. But as you can see on the left, Detroit beat Houston, so they went up 1-0. If they win tomorrow, also at 2:32 p.m. I know, Rob. Man, I was thinking about pulling my hair out, but I've got really good hair, so I didn't. But anyway, so if they win this series, and yeah, I guess I am looking ahead. They play Cleveland, so we just need the Tigers to win either tomorrow or Thursday, and they are moving on, and it's super duper exciting for me. Yes, the Mets also in there. You saw them on the right side of the screen. Very exciting. Hope they do well. It's been a lot of fun watching baseball, and I don't often get to say that. All right. I've been doing a lot of talking, and it's made me a little thirsty.
Great coffee is easy, Mrs. Olson.
Coffee's for closers only.
I set high standards for myself. I set high standards for my coffee.
Picks you up, calms you down. It's the lifeblood that drives the dreams of champions.
I'm trying to figure out my audio.
Great coffee is easy, Mrs. Olson.
Well, that ain't it. Sorry. Thanks for bearing with me. Today's coffee is just regular coffee. Guess what I have for the first time in a long time? A coffee mug. I've been rocking the iced coffee in a pint glass or a regular glass for seemingly many months now because it's so hot. And full disclosure, it's still hot. It's 81 degrees here. But if I can show you what's in the mug, yeah, it's iced coffee. So I still have the iced coffee, but I thought, man, I need to use this mug. So, we do have a fun coffee fact today. That ain't it. That's it. It says, here's our fun coffee fact. More than half of the U.S. population 18 years and older drinks coffee every single day. There are over 150 million daily coffee drinkers in the United States. Out of this amount, about 30 million drink specialty coffees daily, which include a mocha, latte, espresso, cappuccino, and frozen iced coffee. On average, each person consumes about 3.5 cups of coffee every day. Now, I enjoy coffee. I drink it almost every day. I don't think I drink 3.5 cups. And as I say that, I had 2 at work today, and this is my 3rd. So, and what's a cup? Is this a cup? Is this more than a cup? I think my mug at work is larger than this. So maybe I do. Maybe. Maybe I do. This is a medium roast, again, with just ice and Chobani zero sugar oat milk. But that's not like zero sugar Coke. It's just they didn't add sugar, but they didn't replace it with anything. I don't think. Now I don't know. Okay. It's time to eat something. It bothers me. I can't hear. And it just disappeared. It was during the weather. When I played the intro to the weather segment, my audio just vanished. I can hear my voice, but I can't hear what I'm using through StreamYard. Anyway. Today I have a childhood candy. Not my childhood, because I didn't have these when I was a kid, but my wife did. And every time she sees them, she likes to purchase them. Now, we had a store in our area, and I say had because it's no longer there. It was called The Fresh Market. And they closed, I don't think they closed every location, but they closed our location. And this was a month or two ago. The last days of their existence, they had things on clearance. And this was one of them. These are satellite wafers. Are you familiar with this? Let me get the close-up cam going again. Close-up, there we go. Garrett's Sour Satellite Wafers. Now, I have had satellite wafers before, and if you are not familiar with these I think, are made of styrofoam. And they put little candy beads in them. These are sour, though. So I've never had these. And, again, I never had these as a kid, but my wife did. So here we go. And I should go back to the chat. People are probably yelling at me. Let's see. Sebastian the Crab, welcome in. The wafer part is not Donna's favorite. Agreed. Well, this one's cracked open like the Liberty Bell. Where am I? Here we go. So, they smell like nothing. No. Church wafers have flavor. Now, I don't think I've ever reached the sad part of this song before. Okay. So these don't taste bad because they don't taste. The only thing I taste in here is the sour whatever they put inside. And I feel like I need to crack one of these open to see what's inside. I'm going to do that on camera. Just as I thought, crack cocaine. No, that's the sour stuff inside. The outer coating, it has the consistency of a very thin styrofoam. And, I mean, it doesn't taste sweet. It doesn't taste anything. There's no flavor. Just the sourness. And the sourness isn't even that sour in these. I'm going to let my wife enjoy the rest of these. So I dumped the sourness out of this one, and if I were to put this on my mouth, it would seem like nothing. Like it doesn't tingle my taste buds in any way. There's nothing. Anyway. But it's fun. Can I recommend those? I would only recommend it so you can have the experience of tasting nothing. Having something in your mouth void of flavor. No, not chalk. Nothing. There's nothing there. It's not chalky. It is, it's a very thin wafer. Back to the church wafer comment. I guess, but you can see it's raised, so it's like a pita pocket if it were made of tiny church wafers and drained of flavor. I'll get off of that now. Okay. All right. Thanks for being here, everybody. It's time to play our game. Couldn't hear that either. All right, let me get Chrono Photo on here. I've got a lot going on here. Let's see, share screen. Yes, that. Here it is. Okay, Chrono Photo. We're going to be shown 5 pictures. We have to guess in which year each picture was taken. Please put in the chat your guesses. We can guess anywhere from the year 1900 to last year, 2023. That's our range. Our guesses will be somewhere in there. The closer we are to the correct answer, the more points we get. A bullseye is 1,000 points. We'll be shown 5 pictures, so 5,000 is a perfect score. We've done that a couple of times. We're going to try to do it again today without the help of Google. We're going to use our wits. All right. Our first picture is in color, which I always appreciate. And there are some clues here. The first thing that jumps out is how nasty that pool table is. What is going on with the bumpers there? Is that all taped up? Am I seeing things? What is going on? Or is that a design? Oh, I thought it was tape. All right, it doesn't look great. Whatever. Okay, so we've got a inflatable NASCAR car there. We also have 3 young ladies. The one on the left looks to have a Rachel from Friends haircut. That might be a giant clue. So is this sometime in the 90s? I don't know. Back to the car. I don't know who number 40 is, but I'm sure somebody does in our chat. Is that the Rachel haircut? Maybe I'm wrong about that. The one in the middle, her hair, she has like streaks of like certain strands of, not strands, I don't know what it's called, locks of hair are dyed one color and the rest is not. I don't know what that's called, but that looks of a certain time, but I can't tell you what it is. I think our big clue is going to be that car, maybe, in her haircut. I thought that framed picture in the back might be something. Whoops. How's it going on? I have abandoned the chat again. All right, let me go back. Actually, I'm going to go here and look at the chat on this monitor. All right. Marlene, hello. Welcome in. Michelle the Quilter? How are you? Noah, good to see you. Nick in Virginia, hello. Welcome in, everybody. All right, our first guess, Timothy Rainwaters. Laura. Thanks for being here, guys. All right, I think our first guess is 1995, which, if my haircut clue, if that's accurate, that's a good guess. Because Friends, if that was Friends influenced hairstyling, that was the 90s, right? Jonathan Chong says Coolers light NASCAR. Is that a cooler? 2014? Okay. Donna says 2002. All right. We have a 2008. 1996, says Marlene. And you know how good she is at this. I will remember that. Nick in Virginia says 2007. Oh, it just jumped on me. Where? Hey, Mom and Dad are here. Hi. All right, 2005, we have a 2002, another 2002, 2012, 94, another 2002, unless that's a duplicate, 97, 2006, let's see here, Jay Nashville, hello. No apology necessary. What? A number of 2002s. Maybe I go 2002. We have a 2008. All right. Well, originally I thought it was in the 90s. Now I'm thinking You guys know better than I do. I still don't know who number 40 is, but let's go 2002. Marlene, I'll catch you later with a guess. Survey says, okay, all right. 453 points. And the answer was 2010. Did any of us guess that late? Yes, Timothy Rainwater said 2012. That was much later. What are they thinking with that hair? All right, I'll stop. Okay, not our strongest start. Let's go to our second picture. Dean, this looks like it might be in your neck of the woods. Is that a giant Paul Bunyan float or statue? I shall zoom in. There are a number of Paul Bunyan statues in the Midwest, aren't there? All right, let's see. Special feature, daily shows. I can't read what else is on there. All right, look at the way the people are dressed. Paul Bunyan, what does that sign say by the lady? Playground? Paul Bunyan Playground? Is that what that is? Perhaps. There's a dog over there on the left. Is that Blue? Is the dog's name Blue? I don't recall. Let's look at the people on the stage. This appears to be the 40s or 50s. It is in color. Look at the automobiles on the merry-go-round. Does that help us? I suppose it would. How well does it help us? I don't know. Let me zoom out again. Okay. I turn to the chat. Our first guess, I think, Dean thinks it's in Brainerd. Oh, Babe, not Blue. Babe. Okay. Thank you, PTV. Welcome in. Or you've probably been here a long time, and I missed you in the chat. But I see you now. All right, let's see. I think our first guess is from Marlene, 1958. We have a 65, 63, 57, 60s, 59, 62, 56, 64, early 60s. Clothing of Viewers says late 60s. You think so? I think they'd be more, their hair'd be longer, no? More hippie-ish? Not that everybody in the 60s was a hippie, but you know what I mean. This appears to be, I'm thinking, mid-50s? Some of you said that. 1960? Oh, wasn't Babe the ox? Is there an ox in there? So who's the dog? You're right. Babe was the ox, wasn't he? Or she? I don't know. Let's see. Another 57. Another 57. Arnie says, looking at the hairstyle on the woman on the left, it reminds me of Ethel Mertz. Yes, it does. And that was the 50s. Good call. 57. I saw a number of 57s. Let's do that. Let's go back a couple. 1957. Survey says. Good guessing. 924 points. It was 56. Mark Langenkamp guessed 1956. Good guessing. Or good searching. I don't know how you guess so well. Next picture. Okay. Picture number 3. Black and white. A seemingly Caucasian man Lawrence of Arabia was my first thought. Full disclosure, I know that's the second time I've said that during this live stream. I've never seen Lawrence of Arabia. I don't know that story. I know it's about a guy named Lawrence. And I think he was in Arabia. But, so is this from the film, or was this about who the film was about? Oh, boy. Or is this not any of that? I mean, in early Hollywood, it was all white people playing all parts for the most part. So is this, it does look like a silent film still. But it does look like Peter O'Toole, kind of, a little bit. I don't know. I'm going to need a lot of help with this one. Okay, let's see. Oh, Dean said, when you entered the park, Paul Bunyan said your name. I couldn't believe it. Was that... I remember being in Knott's Berry Farm when I was a kid, and they had a similar thing. Like, they had a mannequin in a small outhouse-sized jail cell, but he could talk to you. I wonder if that was like that. All right, let's see. Our first guess is 1937. We have a 25. 1920, so we have a 26. Well, it just jumped. So Lawrence of Arabia is from 1962. Donna says 27. It could be this year. Yeah. Probably not. Looks like Bud Abbott a little bit does. Yes. Good call. Boy, this one's tough. What do you think, Marlene? Not to put any pressure on you, but whatever you guess, I'm going with. Or not. Mark says 1919. Maybe the real Lawrence. 1926. 1920. We have a 1919. It's a crystal clear photo which suggests more modern times. I mean, unless it was just really well preserved. You're right, though. I mean, there aren't... I will say, though, the background is blurred, as if it's moving. And this gentleman is perfectly still. Michelle says 61. We have a 31. 45. I honestly do not know. But out of all the guesses, Marlene, 45 is right in the middle. I'm just going to go with that. I am clueless. Survey says. Ooh, ouch. 1919. Mark, you're looking these up, which is fine, I guess. Or not. Well done. Okay, that was tough. 1919. Jonathan Chong said Lawrence of Arabia, 1919. Yes, that's what it was. All right, moving on. Come on. All right, who is this? What is this? All right, it's obviously a man shopping at Bath and Body Works, What's going on here? That's not a young Walt Disney, is it? I don't think it is. We have a number of. Well, I thought there were a number of telephones. Are there any telephones? What is this thing? Maybe it is. And on the shelves are the cans connected by string. Very early telephones. No? What's going on? This. I thought maybe. Is this early film? Or not even film? It predates film. Like these cans are not wax, but like is this an early filmmaking edit bay? I don't. Like what's with the cans? It kind of looks like there's a film reel there. It's hard to see. Like maybe this is a film splicer, but what is all this other stuff? Is that a microphone stand on the left of the table? Maybe a phonograph? Is that what's under the table? Is this Thomas Edison's Menlo Park lab? That's not Edison. I don't believe that's Thomas Edison, but he had a number of people working for him and working on different projects. I don't know. To the chat. Let's see. Movie Mania Nick says Edison? Okay, I was late to that, but you were right on that early on. Let's see. This one's tough. I think our first guess is 1924. Maybe we have 32, 21, 31. It's a phonograph. Those are tubes of music. Those are Edison cylinders. Okay, I was onto something. I had my media mixed up, but I was kind of there. 1930, 1921. Yeah, I'm. Oh boy. Yeah, 20s. I mean, that was the silent film era. Is this all audio equipment, or is any of it film? Are they trying to combine the two? I mean, Edison was into both. He was one of the early filmmakers, and he invented the phonograph. Let's see. Mark says 1919 again? 1920, 1890, which is a bit early in the range we can guess. But thank you. 1925. It is already 7:54. Let's oh boy. Noah said 21. Let's do that. Let's do 1921 because I don't know. Survey says 30. Okay, 1930. From North to Neverland. Good guessing. Holy moly. We have one more picture. Let's get to it. I don't even know what our score is. Come on, Chrono Photo. All right. Guess in what year this pile of dirt was photographed. All right. This is... Yeah, I don't know. Just put in any year in the chat. What is our score, by the way? Let me go down. Oh, I missed it. Oh, well, it doesn't. This might be our worst game. That's okay. We're still having fun. We can still try. Let me try. Okay. I give up. No, I will try. I'm going to say... What's the early... 1900. I'm just going to go 1900. It's the earliest year we can guess. Because I don't know where this is. Certainly don't know when it is. That's some sort of shotgun or fishing pole. I can't even tell. Or is it an oar? No, that's probably a gun, huh? Looks like there's a couple guns. Or wait a minute. Is she fishing? Is that a she? Is that what I'm looking at? I can't tell. Are these fishing poles? I think they might be. I thought this was some sort of wartime picture. Does that change my guess? Not really. Look at these clothes. Yeah, I thought that was some sort of foxhole or something at first, but now I'm thinking it's... I don't know what it is. I honestly don't know what I'm looking at. That's why I turn to the chat and I blame you guys when we don't do well. I don't do that, by the way. Let's see. Movie Mania Nick said, see, I knew going to that Edison Museum in Jersey made me learn something. Yeah. Nice. Look at those pant legs. All right, I think our first guess is... Simba 2, welcome in. 1929. We have a 27. World War I, perhaps? I don't know. Maybe. 1914, 1919, 1909, 1916. Okay, so we are thinking World War I. 1918, 1916, 1915. Okay. That is a gun. Is it? Yeah, it probably is. Looks like a woman. That's a Middle Eastern weapon. 1917, 1918, 1916. Okay. Mark says, if you haven't noticed, I know military history. It's my job. Really? Cool. And you say 1918. Let's do it. 1918. Survey says. Yes! He knew it! We won! Not really. We barely got 2,700 points. 2,773 points. Not our strongest showing. But honestly, I like the challenge anyway. It's still cool. That was a good suggestion. Thank you, Mark. All right. I was off by decades. All right. Let me do a intermission. When we come back, I've got top 15 Disney-themed TikToks to show you. I won't be able to hear them, apparently, but hopefully you will. So stick around. I'll see you in 28 seconds.
Steaming hot coffee. The perfect thing to pick you up and relax you at the same time. Ours is blended specially so you know it's smooth, rich, full up with the deep, mellow flavor and aroma that sets a man on his feet again. Wouldn't a big, delicious cup of coffee taste good right now? By itself or with a tasty snack. Buy it piping hot and hearty, perked fresh and waiting for you at the refreshment center.
Okay. All right. So back back in January of 2022, I did a top 15 list of 15 very interesting Disney-themed TikToks that I came across. And I kind of always thought about doing that again because there are so many. Well, today's top 15 list will be part 2 to that. These are the top 15 Disney-themed TikTok videos I have come across in the last 2 days. None of these are from Disney, by the way. They either feature music or images. They could be in the parks. They could be at somebody's home. It's a variety. So, okay. Let's do this. Oh, that's right. It was International Coffee Day recently, wasn't it? That's right. Arnie reminded me of that. I forgot all about that. Okay. Where do I go? Here we go. All right. Here's the first one. This is a TikTok of a Magic Kingdom cast member getting ready for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. And this one's going to come up right here on my screen. Okay, so that was from Emmy Kinsey on TikTok, a cast member getting ready for work there. That was number 15. Number 14. Let's see. What's the best way to do this? Let me get rid of Chrono Photo. Let me select a video file. Okay, let's try this. And I wonder if I'll be able to hear this. Probably not. This is a TikTok of somebody at the park noticing that her friend is wearing the same sweater that a little kid is wearing. It's very quick, but it's funny. Pay attention to the girl snorting as she records her friend wearing the same sweater.
Kid at Disneyland is wearing the same sweater as you.
All right, that is from I can't see. That's too small. I can't see who that is. Hey, it's Sarah W on TikTok. All right, that was number 14, I think. Let me get number 13 ready. I didn't write these down. I should have. Number 13 is this requires some context. The video, just to watch the video on its own, might be confusing. But there was a caption underneath that you can only see on TikTok, and when you download the video, it doesn't come with. So I took a screenshot of it so I could read it to you as you watch this video. Now I have to find it. There it is. Okay. So as you watch it, this is a cast member prepping the rails in front of the castle or on Main Street. I don't know. I don't remember. All right. So I'll play it. Here we go. It says, fun fact alert. Did you know every single morning the horse track on Main Street is greased to help the horses make their trips back and forth a little easier? They usually only do this in the morning before the park opens, but I happened to be lucky and saw it done in person. So cool. These little details I love so much. Yeah, that wasn't on the video. I had to read it to you. Okay. Next. Nope, cancel that. Sorry. That's what I want. Number 12. It is October. It is the time of Halloween, of course, and Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party and whatever they do in Anaheim. So this is a very quick video about a couple of costumes that are Disney Pixar themed. All right. Next. That was quick. Number 11. Oh, this is, I don't know where this is exactly, but it's somebody being challenged to Disney trivia and is surprisingly amazing at it. I won't be able to hear this, but hopefully you can.
Is the name of Wendy's dog in Peter Pan?
Oh, Nana.
Nana is correct. Who trained Hercules to be a hero?
Phil.
Phil's correct. How many brothers does Prince Hans have in Frozen?
12.
12 is correct. What is the name of Ariel and Prince Eric's daughter?
Melody.
Wow. What are the names of the minions that work for Hades and Hercules?
Pain and Panic.
Pain and Panic is correct. I'm scrolling down to harder ones. Okay. Who is Remy's culinary hero in Ratatouille?
Chef Gusto.
Gusto is correct. What is Tarzan's adoptive mother's name? Oh, we got her.
A little too old for, yeah.
We got her.
I don't know the girl. The guy is Kerchik.
Kerchak is the father. Kala is the mother.
Paula, okay.
What name does Mulan pick for herself while pretending to be a man?
Ping?
Correct. Ping is correct. 7 for 8. Who is Miguel's idol in Coco?
Ernesto de la Cruz.
Ernesto de la Cruz is correct. 8 for 9. Pongo and no, that one's too easy. What sport does the Queen of Hearts enjoy playing?
Croquet.
Croquet is correct. I said 5, but you really impressed me, so here's 20.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So that is from Wawfellow on TikTok, I guess. Gosh, I hope you could hear that. Oh, I guess you could. Oh, great. Yeah, I don't know any of Wawfellow's other videos, but apparently goes around with trivia questions, and if you do well, he gives you $5. But he gave her 20 because she was that awesome at it. All right, moving on. Number 10. Okay, this is Magic Kingdom at the monorail station at the Transportation and Ticket Center, and apparently the winds, this was around the storm, winds blew one of the flags onto the monorail track, and they are trying to keep the monorail train from running over it. And they couldn't, you'll be able to see this written on the screen, but they couldn't, people on the ground couldn't remove it because it was touching the rail, and they didn't want to be electrocuted. So somebody posted this. Somebody caught this and posted it on TikTok.
Oh, here it comes.
Leave the flag low. Step back. Please step back.
Oh, now it's stuck underneath.
Hey, show video.
I can't tell who that is. Somebody Suarez 1 on TikTok. All right. Next. I probably can get the next one ready when you're watching anyway. Okay, this next one is musical, and there is maybe more than one person that makes these videos where it looks like a ball is dropping and hitting different like xylophone keys or whatever that look like they're attached to a wall, and it's timed out so that when it hits each step of this Rube Goldberg or whatever this is, it makes the music. It is not real. This is computer generated, but it's still kind of cool. So here is one. I think this is Is this Under the Sea that we're about to listen to? I don't remember, and I won't be able to hear it, so good luck. That was Victor DeMartrin on TikTok. Now, when you watch it on TikTok, it's a loop. It just never ends. And there's a bunch of videos like that. And quite often they are, does this song sound better using this instrument? And or it could be a number of different songs. Anyway, I think they're kind of cool. One loop or two around, but, I wouldn't, you could listen to it all day. I wouldn't recommend it. Next. This is Star Wars, which is Disney. And I think this has something to do with James Earl Jones, but it's really about Darth Vader, and it's really quick. So that is, I can't see the person's name. That is Mr. Rice Guy. So apparently this guy, and I've seen other videos like this too, where they put, in this case, rice on a plank of some sort, and when they throw it up in the air, you see the image that was, you saw what happened. I've seen that. I've seen a number of TikTokers do that. And that was for Darth Vader. Next. We've got... Okay. This isn't entirely Disney, but I think more than half of it is. There's a number of TikTok videos I've seen where... fans at sporting events, specifically basketball and hockey for the most part, sometimes baseball and football too, but it's usually in a hockey arena or during a basketball game, where during a timeout or an intermission or something, they will, the camera operators around the arena will find people that look like famous people. And this is a bit of a compilation, so we're going to see 4 or 5 what they call lookalikes on the lookalike cam. And most of them are Disney. Some are not, but it's amusing when the people see themselves on the screen. Glad she's able to laugh.
I get up, I get down, all my world turns around. Who was right, who was wrong, I don't know. I've got pain in my heart, got love.
All right. There's a bunch of those on TikTok, at least on my feed, on my For You page. I must have watched one, and now I get them all. All right, where are we? We're at number 6. This is back to the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, where patrons can dress up in costume And these particular patrons dressed up like people that are in one of the parades. I guess. They look pretty good. Or maybe they're the backup parade goers? I don't really know. Number 5. This is the first of two I have where people paint their face. This one also features some lip syncing.
Chores and sweep till the floor's all clean. Polish and wax, do laundry and mop and shine up. Sweep again, and by then it's like 7:15, and so I'll read a book, or maybe 2 or 3. I'll add a few new paintings to my gallery. I'll play guitar and knit and cook, and basically just wonder when will my life begin.
All right, that is... I can't see the name there. I have to wait. I was waiting for her to turn around so I could see the other dude sing. Maria Marks Art. Maria M. Marks Art on TikTok. Number 4? Is that where we are? It is. This is Christy from Christy's Corner. Part of our YouTube Disney community, now doing her thing on TikTok where she paints her face. She's does these incredible makeup videos. And this is one that is Disney themed, specifically Nightmare Before Christmas themed. This is Christy from Christy's Corner. Christy Lee A on TikTok, and her YouTube channel is Christy's Corner, and she does a bunch of those. Next, we are at number 3. This is another trivia. This has to do with guessing what movie that this lady is showing frames from. It's kind of like what Dean does. But Dean does it better. All right, so this is on TikTok, number 3.
Guess the Disney film just from seeing a frame. Welcome back to Guess the Movie. I'm going to be giving you guys 5 clues. If you get the answer right on the first frame, you win 5 points, and if you get it on the last frame, you win 1 point. So, how big of a Disney fan are you? Because this is pretty hard. And here comes the very first frame. Not giving you guys much to go on this one, so I highly doubt anyone has the answer on this one. So let's get into frame number 2. Again, we're keeping it pretty difficult. You guys were complaining it was way too easy, so I've leveled it up on this one. So again, if you think you know the answer, get it into the comments. So here comes frame number 3. Okay, giving you guys a little bit more of a clue on this one, but again, this is level hard, so will be very impressed if anyone knows the answer just yet. So let's get into frame number 4. Okay, this is giving you a little bit more of a clue, so hopefully a couple of you should know it by now. So get your answers into the comments, and if you still don't have it, final chance, frame number 5. Alright guys, come on, this is a big clue now. It's the final frame. You should definitely have the answer on this one. And of course, the answer had to be Mulan. So let me know, how many points did you guys get?
Man, you guys were all over Mulan early. What is her name again? It is Dora Dane _film on TikTok. And she's got a bunch of those where she shows you frames from Disney Pixar films. Next, number 2. Okay, the first time I showed Disney-themed TikToks back in January 4th of 2022, I featured this voiceover performer. Her name is Shelby Young? I don't remember. We're going to see it. And she is a very good mimic. She does a lot of animation work. She does voices for other cartoons and whatnot. She's an actress. She's been in a few things that you may have seen. But her presence on TikTok showcases her voice talents and her impressions, in this case, of Disney princesses. So let's watch. I think her name is Shelby Young, but we'll see it at the end.
More Disney princesses turning into different Disney princesses in chronological order.
Oh, you must be hungry. Here you go. A whole new world. So Princess Jasmine has what I like to call the princess affect, where certain consonants she hits are just a bit more elegant, like the R in hungry. And we're going to hold on to just a hint of that for this next princess as I pitch down a bit and just say, but Grandmother Willow, what is my path? What I love most about rivers is you can't step in the same river twice. The water's always changing, always flowing. So Pocahontas' singing voice is just slightly more mature than her speaking voice at certain moments of the film. And we're going to go in between the two registers for this next princess when she says, my ancestor sent a little lizard to help me. Look at me. I will never pass for a perfect bride or a perfect daughter. Fun fact, Mulan and Jasmine's singing voice are actually the same. But now we're just going to keep pitching down. We're going to add in this New Orleans drawl and make our voice so smooth and buttery and say, a frog? Oh, mama, I don't have time for dancing. That's just gonna have to wait a while. And you have Princess Tiana.
Shelby something Young. I can't see it. Shelby the Young, TH. Is that what's... I can't see it. All right. We're down to our number 1 Disney-themed TikTok that I found in the last couple days. I'm actually going to show you 2. They're very quick. It's taking advantage of a filter on TikTok that turns your image into a Disney Pixar image. So the first one I'm going to show you is of a couple that just did this to a picture of themselves.
I used to say I would never fall in love again until I found her.
So, kind of cool. And this final one I'm going to show you is somebody just took a picture of their dog and turned it into a Pixar dog. All right, that was it. That's my top 15 list. I really wish I could have heard that. I'll watch the replay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. I've got to work out my equipment issues for next week, hopefully. I will see you around the chats. I thank you for hanging out with me for another Tuesday. It is, wow, almost an hour and a half. Sorry to keep you so long. There are other shows out there to watch. Let's go do that. I will see you next week. But for now, good night. Abrupt goodbye.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.